Welcome. So we have 48 teachers in. All right, hello, good morning to teachers who have just joined. We are waiting for a couple more minutes for other teachers to join our briefing. Right, make yourself comfortable. We will begin shortly.
When will I see
Karuhi, when can we start?
share precious moment
I think just give like another 2-3 minutes more and then we start.
Right.
Because this will be recorded, right? So we can share in our group later on.
All right.
or will I get to someone and cry for me now? When will I see you? When will our heart together? Are we? Oh, just is this way? Oh, when will I see you again? Will I see? Will I see you? When will I see you? When will we share precious moments? Will I have you wait for? Or will I just try to hold night through?
Right, can we
Well,
start now?
I see you.
Yeah, I think we can start now, Farhan.
All right. So allow me to start now.
All right.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all teachers who are here today for our briefing Dare to Spell competition for primary and secondary school level. All right, so before we begin, I would like to sincerely apologize on behalf of the organizer because of the delay and postponement of the competition. Okay, it is supposed to be held in August, but it is being postponed nationally. So here we are for the competition briefing. Okay, before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Farhan. I am the technical officer for Dare to Spell Primary School, and together with me here, I have Madam Ruhi Fazlihana. She's the technical officer for Dare to Spell Secondary School. All right.
Hi,
I'd like to
everyone.
also, yeah, that is Madam Ruhi. Huh? I'd like to
Yes.
also introduce my ICT officers. We have three ICT officers for Dare to Spell competition. We have Miss Nadra from SK Taman Merdeka, and we also have Mr. Jamil and Mr. Yusuf from SMK Tun Mutahid. Okay, I'm from SK Taman Merdeka as well, and Madam Ruhi is from SMK Tun Mutahid. Right, so without wasting any more time, we may begin with the briefing. Next, Nadra. Okay, so this is the agenda that we're going to go through one by one today. First, we're going to look at the flow chart, and then we're going to look at the execution of the preliminary round or our district level, which is going to be held on Google Form. Okay, we are going to have it on quiz. And the third one, we are going to look in depth on our concept paper. Next, we will have important links and dates. And the last one, we are going to have a Q&A session. So teachers, if you have any questions, you may ask us at the end of our briefing, right? So next. Okay, so teachers, this is the important dates, okay? Being illustrated in a flow chart so that it is easier for us to see, okay? Next. Okay, so just now a teacher actually asked me about the registration deadline, which is going to happen on the 6th of October. So the registration is going to be closed on that day. So teachers, you still have a couple of weeks to register your best speller. And then late registration, we will not be accepted, okay? Not clear? My audio not clear, Nat?
It's clear.
It's clear.
Maybe you can up your volume, madam.
All right.
It's clear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so where was I just now? Registration deadline, okay, 6th of October. So after the registration is closed, we are going to have the district level competition, which is going to be held online. We are not going to have it on live because we try to minimize the work, okay? So we are going to have it on online quiz. So it is going to happen on the 9th of October, 2021. So a few days after the registration closed. And then we're going to have a district level adjudication, which is going to happen different dates for primary and secondary school level, because some of the judges are the same. So we need to have different dates. And after our ICT officers have analyzed the data, and then our judges will verify the results, and we will officially announce the school that are going to make it to the state level, okay, to the next level. Primary school we will announce on 17th of October, and secondary school we will announce on 21st October. Okay, so for school which are selected and make it to the state level, we will have another briefing for them, for the teachers and for the contestants. primary school on 18th of October and secondary school on 21st October. Okay, why do we have second briefing? It's because the state level competition is going to be held online, live, okay, on live. So it involves quite technical, okay, so we need to have a different briefing with them. And then we're going to have a trial run with the contestants, okay, so it's going to happen on 21st October 2021, same for primary and secondary school. And the last one, we have a live state level competition on 23rd for primary and secondary school on the 30th, right? So these are the important dates that we all have to adhere to, and please keep updated on the changes. If we have any changes in the future, please be updated. Anything will be informed through our Telegram group. Okay, next. All right, so now I will tell about preliminary round or our district level competition. Okay, this is actually quite paramount because it involves technical as well. And teachers, you have to tell your students, okay, so these steps you need to pay close attention on, and then you have to tell your students because they are the ones who are going to sit for the online quiz. Okay, so it is going to be held through Google Form. Okay, next. All right, so the important things to prepare before you sit for the online quiz is the first one, earphone or headphones, because we are going to have audio recordings, okay, for the pupils or the contestants to listen to during the quiz. So the use of earphones and headphones are actually very, very helpful for them to listen clearer. Okay. Second, the contestant need to have a smartphone and computer with good internet connection. Okay. Why good internet connection is because it involves time. We have actually time limit for the quiz to be completed. Okay. So if let's say the contestant is not having a good internet connection, it might affect the time. Okay. They might not be able to complete the quiz within the time given to them. All right. So these are the things that you have to tell your students to prepare for the online quiz. Right. Next. Okay. So the online quiz actually consists of 10 words. Same for primary and secondary school. Okay. And then time given to the contestants to complete the 10 words is 10 minutes. The 10 minutes includes the time for the contestant to fill in the details, to listen to the audio, to fill in the answers. Everything should be done within 10 minutes. Okay. If let's say they exceed the 10-minute time, we will still receive the submission, but it will not help them to go to the next round. Okay. So everything, including filling in details, okay, listening to audios, filling in answers, everything should be done within these 10 minutes. Okay, next. All right, so I will give link to teachers, okay, in our Telegram group. Same with Madam Ruhi also will be giving the same link, different link into the Telegram group. And teachers, you have to pass the link to your students, okay? And what do they have to do is that when they click on the link, they will view this display. This display will come out. Okay, so the pupils have to click on sign in with Google. Okay, and then they will have to sign in using their Google email, and it is encouraged for them to use their Delima email. Okay, let's say if they are having problem with their Delima email, or they do not have access to it, or they forgot the password and whatnot, they are allowed to use their personal email. Shouldn't be any problem. But we encourage to use the Lima email, all right? So during this signing in, the timer is not going to start yet. Okay, so right after the contestant have signed in the Google email, and then they will have to click on a button which says start. That is when the timer is going to start counting, okay? Nadra, do we have the sample?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Our PICT actually has prepared this example for you all to see, so that it's easier for you to explain to your students. Okay. There you click on the sign in, and then you sign in into your Google email. Okay. It's advisable to use the 5, and then this display will come out. Okay. There to spell, and then you have to click on start. Right after you click on the start button, that is when the timer is going to start counting. Okay. So you have 10 minutes. That is when the 10 minutes is going to begin. All right, next. Okay, next.
Okay, that's next. Okay, you can
Oh, okay.
continue. Yeah.
All right. So within the 10 minutes, the pupils have to key in these paramount details that we need. Okay, these are the details that we need. It's very important. First one is the email. The email should be the same email they use for signing in. Okay, I repeat, the email they use, the email that are going to fill in on the first column is the same email that they use to sign in. Okay. It's easier for teachers to remind the contestant. They just can copy paste the email above and paste it in the column, or in the email column. Okay. And then they will have to fill in their full name and the school name. Okay. However, I would like to friendly remind teachers to remind your students to not make any mistake on the spelling, or it would be hard for us to reach out to. Let's say if you make it to the next round, it will be hard for us to reach, okay, to reach to you, right? So right after you have filled in the details, you can click next to start the quiz, okay? Okay, we're going to show you. Okay, fill in the email. Make sure it is the same email that used for signing in, right? Like that. And then fill in the name, preferably all capital letters. Okay, let's say if you, it's fine if you don't use all capital letters, but we prefer for you to use all capital letters, and then make sure you put in the right school name. Okay, these details are important. Okay, next. All right, so when you click next, that is when the quiz is starting. Okay. As you can see, the contestant will see a Google Drive link. Okay, and when they click on the Google Drive link, it will direct them to an audio, which they have to listen attentively or carefully, and then they will come back to the form to fill in the spelling. Okay, let's say if they click on the Google Drive link and then they listen to the audio, it says cat. Okay, so they have to come back to the Google form, type C-A-T, cat. Okay, but I would like to remind that how they spell is going to make a difference as well. We will accept spelling with either all capital letters or capital letter at the beginning of the word, or all small letters. Okay, we will not accept any spelling with mix of capital and small letters in a word. Okay, so it's either you go all capital, or you go capital at the beginning, or you go all small letters. Okay, but please do not mix the letters in one word. Okay, next. Okay, here's the sample, the example. Okay, when you click on the link, you can see an audio recording coming out. And then this is when the contestant have to listen. Okay, and then they have to come back to the Google form and type in their answer. Okay, macam tu. Boleh Right, next. All right, so right after you have completed all the 10 words, okay, after you have listened to all the 10 audio recordings, you will come to the last page of the Google form, in which there is a submission tracking ID. It states there, do not change. So teachers, please remind your students to not change or edit anything on the submission tracking ID, because if you change or edit anything there, we will not receive your what we call it, your submission. Okay, so please remind your students not to edit anything, not to add anything there. Just ignore the tracking ID and then click on the submit button. Okay. So once you have clicked on the submit button, that is when we receive your submission. Okay. Then done. Your preliminary round is completed. Then it's up to the ICT officers to do the analysis on the data. Okay. These are the list of schools which have registered for the competition as of yesterday, 24th of September, on 8 p.m. I checked. We have 19 schools for primary school and we have 16 for secondary school. So actually, teachers, we expect more contestants for this competition, as it's a fun competition and there is not much of preparation preparation to be done for this competition. So for those teachers who have not registered your students, you may do so before 6th of October 2021. Right? Next. All right, so I will again recap on the important dates. We will go through fast on the important dates so that everyone could adhere to the dates. Next. Okay, registration deadline 6th of October, district level 9th of October. District level adjudication 13 to 18 for primary and secondary school. District level result announcement 17 for primary and 21st October for secondary school. And then we will have another briefing for schools that make it to the next round on 18th of October 2021 and 21st October 2021 for secondary school. And then for selected school, we have another trial run with the contestants and teachers on 21st October. And the live state level competition for primary school is going to be held on the 23rd and secondary school will be on the 30th October, right? Thanks. Okay, now the concept paper is going to be explained by Madam Ruhi. So over to you.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. Am I clear? You can hear me, my voice?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is a concept paper for the Dare to Spell, both for secondary and also primary school. We are going it one shot because basically it's the same thing, just that the students are the different participants that is contesting in this competition. Okay, Nadra, next. Basically, myself and Farhan have shared this concept paper in our Telegram group, but I'm just going to highlight the important parts of the paper. For the primary school, you can send year 4 to year 6 people. Each school can only send one participant. And for the secondary school, you can send any students from Form 1 until Form 5. Again, just one participant per school. The word list, the words that we are going to use for the competition, including the one for the preliminary round, it would be the words taken from that website given there, the English CFR English vocabulary profile. Also some words from books and dictionaries depending on the level. For A2 level is for starting from A2 level for the primary and B2 level for the secondary. For the secondary, it will go up until C2 level. And then the word it would start with simple words and then we will progress to more difficult words as the rounds progresses. I'm talking more so about the live round now. And the students must follow the British Standard of English spelling, including in the preliminary round. The words that they hear, they must spell according to the British Standard spelling. Okay, so during the live rounds later on, there would be these important officials, which are the master speller, the judges, we will have 3 judges and also the timekeeper. So the master speller is the person who reads the word to the speller. He will pronounce the word, give a definition, sample sentence as requested by the contestant. There will be 3 judges. The judges' job is to oversee all the progress of the competition, and if there is any problems in the middle of spelling, the correctness of spelling and everything, that is the responsibility of the judges. And then there will be a timekeeper. There will be one timekeeper which would spell the word, which would be keeping track of the time given by for the student. I thought I saw someone put up their hand just now. Or is it wrong? Okay, never mind. Next, Nadra. Okay, so the competitions rule. This one, I'm talking more about of the live competition, during the live competition. So later on after the preliminary, we will announce who are going through for the live shows. So this is for the live shows. The students must wear school uniform because this is, we are representing the school, and even though they are doing this at home online, still it is a formal event. And we will do this competition on Google Meet. So you have to make sure that whoever students that are chosen from your school or chosen from the district level to go to the final level, they must be able to be online the whole duration of the competition. And then there would be, to spell. I will entertain the questions later on after I explain the concept paper. Okay, so there would the only thing that is different is that for this concept paper, it is mentioned that 6.3 that the students would need to use 2 cameras. So we do understand that some students do not have this luxury of having 2 cameras or needing to provide 2 cameras for them. So we will do it differently for the live shows. The students do not need to have 2 cameras. It is sufficient for them to have 1 camera, which is compulsory. They must have 1 camera and must have 1 microphone. And the camera that they use must be workable. Something that can be turned on. Right, and then they will be given a number before the start of the competition. They will be given a number each, so they would not say I am their name or something, and they would just be called by their numbers during the competition, and they would spell the word according to the number which we call out by the master speller. So each participant is given 30 seconds. This is same for primary and secondary, both are same. 30 seconds to spell, say, spell and say. That is the format, say, spell and say. So say the word and then spelling it and then saying it again. Saying it again means that they are submitting the word. They are the final say of the word. If within that 30 seconds, the students have the option to either just directly spell the word if they know the word. They can also repeat the word. They can ask the master speller to repeat the word, or they can ask the meaning of the word, which is 6.11 there. And 6.12, they can also ask for the sentence of the word. But all of this must be done within the 30 seconds. So if the 6.14, if the participant spell the word wrongly, she can respell the word as long as she does not submit the word. So that means like halfway, let's say they are spelling the word school. So they say school, S-C-H. And then they forgot. Is it O after that or A after that? They have to repeat again. School, S-C-H-O-L. They cannot correct themselves halfway. If they correct themselves halfway, then the word that is being spelled is not counted. So if there is a correction, it must start from the beginning again. Then after they finish spelling, the master speller will announce whether the word is correct or incorrect. So because we are doing this online, if the student get disconnected when the word is read to him or her, and to try to reconnect again, the participant will be given a new word, but this only happens for just given once for each participant per round. Meaning if they are stuck at round 2, they suddenly got disconnected, again they enter, they are still in round 2, then they can get a new word. But if they enter again, it's already in round 3, then sorry, they are eliminated. So that's the importance of having a good line. Okay, then the first round will be non-elimination round. The second and the following round will be the elimination rounds. and then it will continue until there are only left three speakers, three spellers, where we will carry out the final round until we get one winner, champion. Okay, the infringement I've already explained just now. Just that because I know that most of the teachers here, they do not have their participants yet, or they are planning to do at school level. When you are doing at school level, yes, we are doing the spelling for the preliminary as a quiz, but if you are doing it at school level, please try to get your students to have a camera and sit in front of the camera and do it properly live, because if they are chosen, they are going to go for live, and you can also train them to spell within that 30 seconds, so that if they are chosen, that they are already ready for the final round, as we want the best to represent Melaka. So this, as Farhan said, this Dare to Spell, we don't need a lot of preparation. We just need to have the students which have a lot of vocabulary memory. They just have to remember a lot of words and able to spell the words correctly. So when you are carrying it out in your school, in order to find the participant to represent your school, it is advisable to do it live and follow the concept paper rules that is given here, especially the say, spell, say, and the 30 seconds rule, and try to find the best to represent, so that at least we have a good amount of, the best spellers in the finals. Okay, and make sure that there is no disturbance during the students, if they are chosen, that they are not having problem with the connection, or they are at a noisy place, because this, as I mentioned, this is a formal competition, so it has to be properly done. Okay, Nadra, next. So for the prizes, there will be champion, second prize, third prize, and two consolation prizes. Certificate of participation for all participants, as long as you register, confirm your students will get participate or participation. Only that for the finals, in order for them to go to the finals, that one we have to do the preliminary round, and we have to sort the ranking and everything. So that would be the ones that is different from the normal way. Okay, and the champion will be chosen for the to represent Melaka for the state, for the national level. Okay, now I will look at the questions. Specific way the camera to be set up, and then okay, for the live show, if your students, because you are going to do it in school level, right? So it's better that you train your students how to set the camera and everything. So one is, your students cannot have background like what I have behind here. It has to be clear, like what Farhan have behind him. So there shouldn't be any background behind them. And then their hands have to be visible, and their body have to be visible. And during the spelling, because the master speller is just going to say the word during their turn, the student's turn. Let's say student is number 2. So student number 2, then the master speller would say the word at that time. So when the master speller say the word, the students have to put up their hands like this. Put up their hands to prove that they are not typing anything. And then the spelling will be ongoing at that time. That is for the state level, not the
preliminary round.
Preliminary, you just type the answer with the quiz. For the state level, the live level, that's how we're going to do. They just put up their hand so that they are not typing anything, and then they say the word. Say, spell, and say. Okay. Nadra, next. Okay, before I go to the important links regarding the concept paper and the preliminary round, any question from the people? You can bring up your hand or something.
Is there a Dare to Spell Telegram group? Yes, we do have for different group for SM and SR. We will share, maybe Nadra can share the link here, the Telegram group link, so that teachers can join.
Okay, for secondary level, how many students will be chosen to do for? Okay, we are going to go by the ranking. So if your student is able to spell 10 words with less time, of course they will be ranked first. Your students are unable to spell the 10 words, but within the time, it will be like that. So we look first at how many correct words they spell during the preliminary round, and then the timing that they took to finish the quiz. So
Also,
that's
we
how we
will
would
look at
choose.
the number of
Yeah,
school which are going to register. So if we have
yeah.
more school, then
If
maybe we have more school in the state level.
yeah, if because right now the students have for the private secondary there's just 16, so we are
Yeah.
still waiting for that. Is there a special time for the student to complete the online quiz? We are going to do it for 1 day, right, Farhan? But not the whole
Specifically,
day.
yeah, 1 day. We will
Probably
inform them on the time later
we
lah.
will finalize
Maybe
the
we,
time and everything. When we carry at school
uh,
level, certificate participation.
I
School
saw
level,
somebody raise hand.
for the Azlina is asking there if we carry at school level, will the students get certificate of participation? School level, the jabatan would not give certificate of participation, but the student that represent the school would get certificate.
The school level competition, the main aim for it is for you to find the right or the best speller in your school to represent your school in the state level.
Yeah. And then the Amalina is asking regarding the audio, the students will have only the word or including the definition and the sentence. The word and the definition is given for the preliminary round. For the final round, they would have the option of the word, the definition, and the sentence. So preliminary, there's no sentence given, just the definition.
Somebody raised hand just now.
I cannot see who is that they said.
Do we have any registration for this briefing?
No, we don't have registration for this briefing, but we do have because you at the end you will have to register your student, so that is the main aim for this briefing.
Yep. I request you to increase the time because I don't think the internet connection in our country is stable. Okay.
Increase the time for what?
For the preliminary, right?
For the quiz or
Actually,
for the
we have calculated on the preliminary round. We are giving 10 minutes so that the contestants have around 30 to 40 seconds per word. Okay, it's actually the same as the state level competition. So we are following closely to the concept paper actually. Yes, 10 words for 10 minutes, including filling in important details at the beginning of the quiz. All right. Any more questions? No. I would like to also remind for primary school, the words we are going to choose are from CFR, right? Net CFR A2.
yeah, for
CFR
primary it's
A2.
CFR A2.
For
Secondary is
secondary,
CFR B2. B2 and
B2.
above.
So even for the district level, all the words are from there. So it's better for your students to find or to do some revision on that. Okay. Okay. 15
The
minutes.
reason why the quiz is just 10 minutes, the reason why the quiz is just 10 minutes is because we want to eliminate the possibility for them to Google the words. That's the other thing. Because if you have more time, especially for secondary students, they are so clever at using the internet, then they would go quickly and Google what they hear and then the spelling would be correct. So if they have just a limited amount of time, just 10 minutes, they don't have time to go Google here, there. Just they have to focus on the words.
Yes, teacher.
10
10 minutes
words
for
for
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
Can you give the link of the CFR vocabulary here? Yes, we actually do have the link, right?
Yeah, it's there. In the concept paper, it's
Yeah,
there.
it's in the concept paper.
I can share also.
Yes, Madam Tan, is actually 10 minutes for 10 words for the district level preliminary round. $15 minutes. I'm afraid we cannot change as we are following closely to the concept paper. Any more questions?
I've shared the link for the CFR vocabulary list. Apart from that site, we are also taking from dictionaries and books, but mostly we are taking from that site. So you can ask your students to go through the website and see the words there so that they are familiarized with the words that we are going to ask them to spell later on. Teachers, any more questions? It's better to clear your doubts here now and then.
Any
For
possibility for the words to be
Shamimi is secondary, right? Okay. For the secondary, the words that is being used is B2, C1 and C2. We are using all because secondary level, they are allowing from Form 1 to Form 5 students. So the age range is big. It's not fair for the Form 5 student to spell B2 words only. So that's why I'm requesting that for especially for the secondary teachers, if you are sending your students for this competition, make sure they are the best speller because regardless of age, C2 words are included as well. Any other question? Number of students, contestant for state level will be sent later.
Yes, we will see on the registration how many school do we have for the preliminary. Let's say if we have more school, then we will take more school for the state level. Okay, you're welcome. Primary level, is there any chance for the level of the word to go above A2? No, only A2. But we do have 3 levels: the easy, middle, and easy, middle, and advanced. So we have three categories. So we're gonna have all those 3 categories in A2 level. Welcome. Is that all, teachers? How do participants get the link for preliminary round on the 9th of October? Will it be published in Telegram or will be pushed? Yes, we are going to publish the links in the Telegram group. So teachers, you need to pass the link to the contestants.
Make sure that you are in the Telegram group. When you share the link, we will open the acceptance of the quiz just for a limited number of only at certain time, right? Then we will lock and close. So if you want your student to enter, please be alert with the updates that we share in the Telegram group.
I think we are going to open for just a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours. Yes, Mr. Aidil will share the recording later. Any more questions, teachers? Let's say if you have any doubts later, you may ask me, telegram me for primary school, and for secondary school teachers, you may liaise with Madam Ruhi. She will answer all of your questions.
Nadra, we are there's important links just now, right? That I didn't say yet.
Important links.
Can you share? This is for the registration. So the teachers who are unsure where to go to register, you can go to this website and register your student. And after you register, you can check whether your name, the student's name is there. But please allow like a few hours for the name to reflect in the list. It's not immediate come up. Anything else? And this is for the Telegram. If you missed the Telegram links just now, you can go to this website and get our Telegram links as well.
For the primary, is it compulsory for only level 2 students or can it be both level? Only for level 2, year 4, 5 and 6.
How can I know? Check whether my students are registered or not. After you register at the Telegram, at the data studio just now, you allow like 1 or 2 hours. Then you have down there was the part called Semakkan, so you can check your student's name there.
Okay.
There, Semakkan. Semakkan there to spell, depending whether it's sekolah menengah or sekolah rendah, so you can check there.
Great. That's all.
Okay, teachers, if you still have any doubts, question, last chance to ask us. You can still send it to our Telegram. We will answer your question, but since we are live now, so we can respond to you faster.
I actually encourage teachers to ask questions in the group so that all other teachers are alert with the doubts you're having so that they wouldn't be asking the same questions over and over again. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask in the group. There will be no problem.
When should
By
we
when
get
should
our
we get
videos?
our paper?
I
6th of
think
October. Yeah.
later on we will blast like a poster of the important dates to the group as well to remind them. Last date to register for both levels, secondary and also primary, is on the 6th of October.
Yep.
Yes, Siva Kami.
Sorry, mistakenly I raised my hand. Sorry, madam.
Oh, okay. I thought you have a question.
For primary level only two, yes, only A2 words. But we have 3 categories: easy, middle, and advanced. Welcome. Shall we call it a day?
Yeah, I think if the teachers have any questions, you can either refer to regarding the words and everything. You can either refer to Farhan and me, and also you can look back at the concept paper. The links that we share is there. Yes. So if you are not in the Telegram group yet, please do so. Join us, and we can share more information with you. And from me, that's all from me. Thank you for joining in. And Farhan?
I think that's all for me as well. I expect more contestants, so teachers, please register your students, okay, before 6th of October. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam, and thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you,
the
Madam Ruhi and Farhan.
Welcome.
Tak ada pun budak
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
There is no attendance link for this. I didn't find the semakkan for this one. Someone said that I went through the Telegram link tree, but I didn't find the semakkan for there to spell.
Actually, we have different link for Semakan. CK buat yang lain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
I
one.
just sent it. Okay.
And later we share in the Telegram also for them.
Thank you, teachers, for coming, for attending the briefing. We appreciate your enthusiasm.
For the people that just joined in, if you missed the briefing, we will share the recording in our Telegram group, so you can go through the recording. But unfortunately, we have finished the briefing has ended, so you can only refer to the recording later on. That's why people are leaving.